Hey friends, it's Reverend Shanna. The last 24 hours have been a bit of a blur for me. And as I stand here this afternoon at about 3:30, I left here about this time yesterday. And there were a park full of peaceful protesters and families, people being allies for our Black and brown friends. And today has been emotionally overwhelming. And I feel like I have more questions than I have answers at this point in the day. But here's what I know for sure today. That our building over the last 24 hours has been a physical manifestation of God's presence in the world. Of God's real, tangible presence in the midst of chaos. Of God's justice into the midst of injustice. Of God's love into the midst of all of it. I've been holding this tear gas canister all day. I've held it while I've talked to members of the news media. I've held it as many of you have come by to see what you can do or how you can clean up or how you can be helpful. I have had it on my desk as my email box has been filled with messages, as my cell phone has rung constantly, as the texts and tweets and Facebook messages have literally just come in droves. We are a people of prayer. And sometimes that prayer means reminding ourselves that we are a place of peace, balanced with a shattered glass. I said to a reporter this morning that this tear gas canister for me is a new prayer totem to remind me that when we say every week that we are a safe place, we are a safe place for everyone. We say every week that we are a place where people of all ages, all abilities, and all identities can be known as God's beloved. And that people are safe when they are here on our property. And this tear gas made people unsafe on our property last night. And that hurts my heart. And it reminds me that we have work to do. That, as our denominational statement says, that we are a movement for wholeness in a fragmented world. And so as I see this shattered glass behind me, I'm very mindful that the broken glass can be pretty easily repaired and replaced. But fixing the broken systems of injustice in the world are going to take a lot more work. We can power wash and take white paint over the top of the hateful graffiti that was put on our building last night. But I also want to be careful not to whitewash the words that represent the pain of so many of our Black and brown brothers and sisters. I said to a different television camera this morning that I believe with my whole heart that God can take whatever we've got, whatever we throw at her, all of our anger and our fear and our sadness and our grief, and she will hold it with us and she will hold us in it. And our building was a bit of a physical manifestation of that last night. And our building is physically holding the grief and the anger and the injustice. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not even saying I understand it. But as a straight white woman, I don't understand what it means to be black in America. I don't understand what it means to be brown in America. And I can't begin to put myself in that situation where I might find myself so angry and so outraged. So we will commit to continuing to be a place of peace and offering safe sanctuary to this city where everyone can feel welcome and safe and hopeful, where everyone knows that they are a beloved child of God. That's my prayer for us this day. That's my prayer for us this day. I hope we will be people of prayer over these coming days. I hope we will sit with our privilege. I hope we will sit with our oppression. I hope that we will sit in silence that will spur us to faithful action, to be the people of God God is calling our community to be. Thanks, friends. Love you. Be well.